Hello, everyone. I'm Rhino Clavin with your Diz Daily Fix for Wednesday, October 5th, 2016. And first up, I have a Hurricane Matthew update. The storm is starting to gain more strength with winds up to 120 miles per hour. It's still looking to be a Category 4 hurricane, as it hugs Florida's east coast this Friday. It's currently projected to be about 30 miles off the coast, and an Orange County Hurricane Watch has been issued, which of course includes Walt Disney World, Universal Studios, and downtown Orlando. Now, in advance of the arrival of Hurricane Matthew, an evacuation order has been issued for Port Canaveral for noon today. This is the first time since 2004 that the port has been evacuated. This closure affects, quote, all cruise ship traffic, fishing boats, and cargo, along with port businesses and tenants, marinas, and campers at Jetty Park. Port Canaveral CEO John Murray said, quote, this is a serious storm and the protection of people and property is our primary concern. We expect high winds and storm surges throughout the port and have urged the port community to prepare their facilities so businesses can resume as quickly as possible after the storm, end quote. Until the order is lifted, no boats will be allowed in the harbor. There's no word yet from Disney Cruise Line on how this affects their sailings. Currently, the Disney Dream is scheduled to return to port on Friday. The Disney Fantasy is set to return on Saturday, and each of these ships are then scheduled to head back out later that day. The Disney Magic is scheduled to sail out on Saturday as well. So here's what visitors to Central Florida need to know about cancellations due to Hurricane Matthew. Each of the theme parks have different policies allowing guests to cancel a vacation if there are serious threats like a hurricane. If a vacation is booked through the on-property resorts, Walt Disney World, Universal, and SeaWorld will all allow guests to cancel or reschedule if there is a hurricane warning. Disney and Universal have always had this policy in place but made it official back in 2006. If there is a hurricane warning in either Orlando or a guest's hometown within 7 days of check-in, Disney and Universal will not charge the fees normally associated with rescheduling or canceling a vacation. There is a similar policy in place at Disney's Vero Beach and Hilton Head Resort locations as well. SeaWorld does not have their policy spelled out quite as specifically, at least online that is. Their website says, quote, the company will allow cancellations or rescheduling if hurricanes approach Central Florida. So Tom Schroeder, Universal Orlando spokesperson, discussed the possibility of theme parks closing their gates. He said, quote, there's a lot of factors that we use, including what local officials are recommending about travel and roads, how severe the storm appears to be, what's happening in the park at any given moment, and a lot of other variables. There's no one set easy way to do this. We try to take everything into account, end quote. He said executives are already monitoring the situation and working on what steps need to be taken next. For guests flying into the area, some airlines may waive the fees if flights must be changed due to the hurricane. United Airlines will waive change fees and differences in fares for flights to 5 different airports from Wednesday through Friday. Delta Airlines will waive change fees through Wednesday on the flights in the Caribbean, and fees will also be waived through Thursday at 8 airports in Florida. Differences in fares will still need to be paid by the customers. American Airlines will waive change fees through Thursday for flights in the Caribbean, and I think that about does it on Hurricane Matthew news for right now. So on to some theme park news. It looks like the Hall of Presidents at the Magic Kingdom in Disney World will be closed from January 17th through June 29th, 2017. This lengthy closure is presumed to be for the addition of the new president, who will be sworn into office on January 20th. The attraction closed for 8 months in 2008 when Barack Obama's animatronic was added to the attraction back then. Out in Disneyland, it looks like Critter Country is going to be closed for most of the month of October. Based on the most recent schedule of refurbishments released by the Disneyland Resort, it appears that the entire section of Disneyland will be closed weekdays during October. With Davy Crockett Explorer canoes closed through next summer due to the construction on Rivers of America, and Splash Mountain undergoing a month-long refurbishment, Critter Country is left with just the one attraction, the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Rather than keep the land open for Pooh, Critter Country, including all of the shops and restaurants, will be closed weekdays, opening only on Saturdays and Sundays. With the exception, obviously, of the canoes, things should return to normal when Splash Mountain reopens November 4th. Now, over on the Diz today, our featured article comes from Stephen, Helen Mirren Porter. The article lists the top 4 quiet places in the Magic Kingdom, and you can quietly tiptoe over to that article and many more on wdwinfo.com. Trending on the Diz boards today is a thread started by poster Del Rey, who is worried about crew members and Castaway Cay. Or Key, I don't know how you say it, but there's some great information in the thread where posters who know cast members on the island share how they are evacuated and how they prepare the island for the impact of the hurricane. You can check out that thread on the Disney Cruise Line board and join the discussion if you'd like. Finally, the weather. Out in Anaheim today, it's going to be sunny with a high of 77 and a low of 57. Tomorrow, the temperature is going to climb a little bit more with a high of 87 and a low of 59. Here in Orlando, scattered thunderstorms today and tomorrow with highs in the upper 80s and lows in the upper 70s. And we all know what's happening Friday. So for links to everything that was discussed today, please visit the Daily Fix main page at wdwinfo.com/dailyfix. That's going to do it for me today. I hope everybody has a great day. Bye, everyone.